Wow, what a crowd. Good job. Presidente de la Comunidad de Madrid, Ministro de Ciencia, Innovación y Universidades, delegado del Gobierno, alcaldesa de Madrid, autoridades, members of the Secretariat and host team of the Harvard World Model United Nations, led by Spencer Ma and Alba Gabaligov. Dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you all. Welcome to Spain, welcome to Madrid. Allow me to say a few words in my mother tongue. I know that many of you at least understand a little bit of Spanish, but I am absolutely sure that by the end of this week, all of you will be understanding most of your Spanish, because your hosts are going to make sure that's true. And I know by looking at your program that you have many occasions not only to work, but to bond and exchange free time, so I'm sure you're going to make great progress in Spanish too. Sean todos muy bienvenidos a esta 28ª edición del Harvard World Model United Nations. Y a los jóvenes que estáis aquí hoy presentes, que venís de tantos lugares del planeta para debatir sobre cuestiones de la mayor actualidad, os doy un saludo lleno de afecto al daros la bienvenida aquí en Madrid. Es verdaderamente un placer y un privilegio estar hoy aquí rodeado de tanto talento, tanto entusiasmo y capacidad como los que habéis concentrado vosotros aquí en Madrid estos días. Y expreso también mi agradecimiento a la Universidad Rey Juan Carlos, al BBVA, por su apoyo a esta importante iniciativa. Y, por supuesto, muchas felicidades a los 19 estudiantes de 4 de nuestras universidades públicas madrileñas, la Carlos III de Madrid, la Complutense de Madrid, la Autónoma de Madrid y nuestra anfitriona, la Rey Juan Carlos. Enhorabuena por vuestro éxito, sin duda ya conseguido, que es la candidatura para este importante acontecimiento, para que venga aquí, a España, a Madrid, por primera vez en su historia. El evento, organizado, como decía Alba, por y para estudiantes, el más grande del mundo, una suerte de Juegos Olímpicos de los modelos de las Naciones Unidas. Antes de comenzar vuestros trabajos, quiero señalar que el objeto de los debates y actividades que lleváis a cabo en este contexto simulado de Naciones Unidas, de sus instancias, agencias y organismos, os permite conocer de un modo directo cómo funcionan los mecanismos de la diplomacia multilateral, algo tan fundamental en el mundo de nuestros días, que no es tan antiguo, apenas un siglo, y que esperamos que siga creciendo con eficacia y, por tanto, en relevancia para todos en todo el mundo. Además, aprenderéis a abordar los desafíos del multilateralismo, familiarizándoos con las visiones y perspectivas de los diferentes estados de la comunidad internacional, países con sociedades y poblaciones de culturas y lenguas diversas en sus formas de ver el mundo y, por tanto, comprendiéndolas mejor. Estoy seguro de que este ejercicio que vais a desarrollar será todo un éxito y un verdadero descubrimiento también para la mayoría. Y creo sinceramente que será también un ejemplo incluso del liderazgo y una enseñanza para nuestro futuro, el futuro de todos, el que debemos compartir solidaria y responsablemente en el mundo entero. And now a few words in English as well. In fact, I think it is already a success, simply because this fascinating exercise reminds us of the role that young people play in the world in which we live. The youth agenda is gaining an increasingly high profile, both on each of our domestic and international stages. An issue of great importance that I have always aimed to highlight in our national agenda, and it was precisely a key message of my latest annual Christmas speech to the Spanish people. I believe that the main reason for this trend is that all of you, the young, face a multitude of challenges that are unique to you, in addition to all those that affect all of us, citizens of the world at large. These include lack of employment opportunities, the dire need of adequate training and education, the rapid transformation of our labor markets due to innovation, the use of internet and social networks, effective achievement of the 2030 Agenda and its SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and of course, climate change. To tackle all these challenges, for both moral and political reasons and practical reasons, we cannot disregard young people, their talent, values, and spirit. On the contrary, it is essential for us to count on your keen engagement. You should be a part of and be involved in all the key issues of political life and the international debate. This is the only way we can aspire to develop our societies into being ever more democratic, inclusive, and prosperous. Our societies have placed great trust in young people, and you know that with great trust comes great responsibility. The responsibility to change and improve the world around us. Many of you are doing so this very day, innovating, contributing ideas, advancing technology, promoting culture, advocating such measures as transparency. In some, opening yourselves to the wider world. In this context, we must ask ourselves, what is the role that different state institutions should play? Which of them should we call upon to intensify their efforts in making young people's rights a reality, and to recognize your decisive contributions as agents of change at every level? We must provide you with tools such as a good education and skills so that you can face your responsibilities, autonomy so that you can fully develop your professional projects and life plans, channels so that you can participate in political life, enabling society as a whole to hear what you have to say. And if you allow me to say this, and I know you will laugh at what I'm going to say, we elders, that sounds a bit funny for me to say already, but we elders also need to learn to be a little younger. I don't mean in our physique, nor to be again a little reckless or naive, or to simply be more carelessly juvenile. Picasso, you all know who Picasso was, right? Picasso once said, "It takes a long time to grow old, to grow young." I believe that it not only takes a long time, it takes a lot of effort, because being young is not easy. You have to be creative, energetic, and flexible, to be genuinely enthusiastic about people and things. Being young is not easy. It is absolutely necessary. I would not want to end these brief remarks without mentioning the role of the international organizations whose proceedings you will be simulating. The United Nations are and always have been the highest expression of multilateralism, of the search for a more just and peaceful world. Its mere existence helps us to cope with the uncertainty of the world in which we live and provides us with the hope we need to face the future. Multilateralism is the ultimate response to the global challenges. It is an ethical reference. And what more ethical than youth? And all you, youth of the world, should always be an ethical reference for all of us. So now in Spanish, I will say, os deseo, por último, que en estos días de debate sean muy productivos para un futuro lleno de ilusión y de éxitos. Os deseo también que disfrutéis estos días en Madrid. Have a great time here in Madrid. Please, I ask you to bond with your local host team, with your delegates from Madrid, from Spain. I am sure you will take back home many, many special moments from this time in our town, in our country. And please bond amongst each other. Bridge those differences in culture, in gender, in nationality, all those differences that for you this week will not be such. I now declare with great pleasure and great honor officially inaugurated the 28th session of Harvard World Model United Nations. Thank you all very much for being here. Muchas gracias a todos.